1 cent 1989 and 5 cents 1989. Welcome back, coin enthusiast. Today we have something truly special to share with you, all two ultra rare gems from the world of numismatics. We're talking about the 1989 1 cent and 5 cents Jefferson nickel coins. Stay tuned as we uncover their fascinating history and current value. Now, you might be thinking a penny from 1989. What's so special about that? Well, my friends, you'd be surprised. Let's dive right in. First off, take a look at this beauty. Minted in 1989, this 1 cent coin features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. Did you know that Lincoln has been featured on the penny since 1909? It's true. In fact, this coin celebrates the 200th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the United States, is renowned for his leadership during one of the most tumultuous periods in American history, the Civil War. His legacy of honesty, integrity, and emancipation of slaves has cemented his place as one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. Now let's talk value. While the 1989 penny may not fetch you a fortune, its historical significance and rarity in pristine condition can certainly make it a prized possession for collectors. In circulated condition, it typically holds its face value of 1 cent. However, if you happen to stumble upon one in uncirculated condition, it could be worth a few dollars to the right collector. As with any coin, factors such as condition, rarity, and demand play a significant role in determining its value. So if you're lucky enough to have one of these gems in your possession, be sure to handle it with care and consider having it appraised by a professional. 5 cent 1989 Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel, introduced in 1938, features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, on the reverse. Now, the 1989 edition is particularly special because it marks another year in the long lineage of this iconic coin. But what sets it apart? Well, aside from its historical significance, the 1989 Jefferson nickel has garnered attention from collectors due to its limited mintage and unique characteristics. In terms of value, the 1989 Jefferson nickel can vary depending on its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors or varieties. While circulated coins may fetch a modest sum, those in pristine condition or with rare features could command significantly higher prices. Now let's talk numbers. At auction, a 1989 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition can sell for anywhere between $1 to $5. However, if you happen to stumble upon a specimen with a rare error, such as a double die or off-center strike, its value could soar into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But beyond its monetary value, each Jefferson nickel carries a piece of American history. From the Great Depression to the present day, these coins have witnessed pivotal moments in our nation's story. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1989 Jefferson nickel is a piece worth exploring. And there you have it, folks, a glimpse into the world of the 1989 Jefferson nickel. Remember, the value of a coin goes beyond its material worth. It's a portal to our past and a tangible piece of history. Now you might be wondering why we're focusing on a seemingly ordinary coin from 1965. Well, the story behind this particular quarter is quite intriguing. Introduced amidst a period of transition in U.S. coinage, the 1965 Washington quarter marks a significant shift in composition. Prior to 1965, quarters were composed of 90% silver. However, due to a rising demand for silver and the escalating cost of production, the United States Mint made a historic decision. In 1965, the U.S. Mint ceased the production of silver quarters and began minting them with a composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This change not only altered the appearance of the coin, but also impacted its intrinsic value. But despite the shift in composition, the 1965 Washington quarter remains a sought-after collectible among numismatists. Its historical significance, coupled with its unique composition, contributes to its allure. Now let's talk about value. While the 1965 Washington quarter may not boast the same intrinsic value as its silver predecessors, it still holds worth in the eyes of collectors. Depending on its condition and rarity, a 1965 Washington quarter can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s in the collector's market. Of course, factors such as mint marks, errors, and overall condition play a significant role in determining its value. But beyond its monetary worth, this coin serves as a tangible piece of history, a reminder of the evolving landscape of American currency and the intricate stories behind each minting. So the next time you come across a 1965 Washington quarter in your pocket change or collection, take a moment to appreciate its rich history and the journey it represents. This coin holds a special place in British numismatic history. It was part of a series of decimal coins introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971, marking the transition from the old currency system to the decimal one we use today. The design features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse created by Arnold Machine. This elegant portrayal captures the Queen's grace and dignity, making it a favorite among collectors and enthusiasts alike. On the reverse side, we have the iconic image of a crowned portcullis, which is a symbol associated with Parliament. This design was the work of Christopher Ironside, a renowned British coin designer. Now let's talk about the value of this coin. While the 2 new pence coin may not fetch a high price compared to some rare or older coins, it still holds value for collectors, especially those interested in modern British coinage. The condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining its value. Coins in uncirculated condition, free from wear and tear, are generally more sought after and command higher prices in the market. Factors such as rarity, demand, and historical significance also influence its value. While the 1981 2 new pence coin is not particularly rare, it still holds sentimental and historical value, especially for collectors of British coins. If you're curious about the specific value of your 1981 2 new pence coin, you can consult online resources, coin dealers, or even get it professionally appraised. Remember, the value of coins can fluctuate over time, so it's essential to stay updated with the latest trends in the numismatic market. 1985 2 new pence. Despite its small denomination, the 1985 2 new pence coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. While its face value is merely 2 pence, its numismatic value can vary significantly depending on its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. Designed by renowned sculptor Arnold Machine, the obverse of the coin features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This portrayal, commonly known as the second portrait, was used on British coinage from 1968 to 1984. Now, you might be wondering why a coin bearing the date 1985 features a portrait from the previous years. Well, the answer lies in the production process. Coins are often minted in advance, and the same portrait design may be used for several years before being updated. The 1985 2 new pence coin was struck at the Royal Mint, which has been producing coins for the United Kingdom for centuries. Each coin tells a story of craftsmanship and history, and this 2 pence piece is no exception. As with any coin, the value of the 1985 2 new pence piece can fluctuate based on factors such as its condition and rarity. While millions of these coins were minted, finding one in pristine condition or with a unique characteristic can make it highly sought after among collectors. 1990 UK 2 new pence. Minted in 1990, this coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse side, created by renowned sculptor Arnold Machine. Take a look at this beauty. Now, on the reverse side, we have a design showcasing a crowned portcullis with chains, a symbol that has been associated with British Parliament and authority for centuries. The 2 new pence denomination was introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization of the British currency system. These coins were minted primarily for circulation purposes and were commonly used in everyday transactions. But what about the value of this coin today? Well, that's where things get interesting. While the face value of the coin is just 2 new pence, its worth to collectors can vary depending on its condition, rarity, and demand in the market. So if you happen to stumble upon one of these coins in your pocket change or hidden away in grandma's old jar, it might be worth taking a closer look. For collectors, finding coins in mint condition or those with unique features can significantly increase their value. Keep an eye out for coins with minimal wear and tear, as well as any minting errors or variations. And there you have it, folks, a brief glimpse into the captivating history and value of the UK 2 new pence 1990 Elizabeth coin. Produced in 1999, this coin features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II gracing the obverse side with her regal presence. The reverse side depicts a symbolic image representing the essence of the United Kingdom during that period. Aside from its aesthetic appeal, let's talk about its historical significance. The 2 new pence coin was part of a series introduced in 1971 when the UK adopted a decimal currency system, transitioning from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system. Now, you might be wondering about its value. Well, as with any collectible coin, several factors come into play. Firstly, its condition coins in pristine condition tend to fetch higher prices in the market. Secondly, rarity coins with lower mint ages or specific variations can be more valuable to collectors. In terms of value, the 1999 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin typically ranges from a few pence for circulated coins to a few pounds for those in excellent condition. However, if you stumble upon a coin with a minting error or a unique variation, its value could soar significantly. If you're interested in starting your own coin collection, why not consider adding this delightful piece of history to your portfolio? It's not only a tangible connection to the past, but also a fascinating hobby that can spark curiosity and wonder. And there you have it, folks, the 1999 UK 2 new pence Elizabeth coin, a miniature marvel that encapsulates a moment in time. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty details, let's talk about what makes the 1945 wheat penny so intriguing. This particular coin holds a significant place in numismatic history for several reasons. Firstly, take a look at its design. The front features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse side showcases 2 wheat stalks encircling the words 1 cent, and the phrase United States of America. But what truly makes this coin stand out is the historical context in which it was minted. The year 1945 holds immense significance as it marks the end of World War II. As the world celebrated the end of one of the deadliest conflicts in history, the United States Mint continued its operations, albeit with certain limitations due to the wartime economy. Despite the challenges, millions of 1945 wheat pennies were produced, each carrying a piece of American history within its copper composition. Fast forward to today, and the 1945 wheat penny has become a coveted item among collectors. Its rarity, coupled with its historical significance, has made it a prized possession in many numismatic circles. Now let's talk about its value. While the 1945 wheat penny may not fetch astronomical prices like some other rare coins, it still holds considerable worth, especially in good condition. Factors such as minting location, minting errors, and overall condition play a significant role in determining the value of a 1945 wheat penny. For instance, coins struck at the Denver or San Francisco mints tend to be more valuable than those minted in Philadelphia. Moreover, any minting errors such as double dies or off-center strikes can significantly increase its worth. According to recent market trends, a 1945 wheat penny in average circulated condition can fetch anywhere from a few cents to a couple of dollars. However, for coins in pristine condition or with rare minting errors, the value can soar into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, the 1945 wheat penny is undoubtedly a coin worth adding to your collection. 1956 Lincoln 1 cent. Before we delve into the specifics of the 1956 Lincoln cent, let's take a moment to appreciate its significance in American numismatic history. Minted by the United States Mint, the Lincoln cent has become an iconic symbol of American currency, honoring one of our nation's most revered presidents, Abraham Lincoln. Now let's talk about the 1956 Lincoln cent. While many circulated coins from this era may not hold significant monetary value, there are certain factors that can make a coin more desirable to collectors. The value of a coin like this can vary based on factors such as its condition, rarity, and any unique characteristics it may possess. For instance, the 1956 Lincoln cent is often sought after by collectors due to its low mintage numbers compared to other years. When determining the value of a coin, its condition plays a crucial role. Coins in mint condition will generally fetch higher prices at auctions or from collectors. So if you happen to come across a well-preserved 1956 Lincoln cent, you might be holding on to a valuable piece of history. Now, let's take a quick trip back to 1956 to understand the historical context surrounding the minting of this coin. It was a time of significant cultural and political change in America, with Elvis Presley dominating the music charts and the civil rights movement gaining momentum. As you can see, each coin tells a story not just of its own creation, but also the time and place it came from. The 1956 Lincoln cent is a small yet powerful piece of that narrative, reminding us of our nation's rich history and the individuals who have shaped it.
The 1973 half dollar, also known as the Kennedy half dollar, holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and history buffs alike. Let's start with a brief history lesson. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar is a coin that was produced at the Denver Mint. It has a legal tender value of $0.50. This was minted as a mint strike coin, which usually means it was intended for circulation. A very large number of these coins were minted, 83,171,400 to be exact, making this a less collectible item. This coin does not contain any notable amounts of precious metals. The Kennedy half dollar was first minted in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was intended as a memorial to the beloved leader, featuring his iconic profile on the obverse. But what sets the 1973 edition apart? Well, this year marked a significant shift in the coin's composition. Prior to 1971, these coins were made of 90% silver. However, due to the rising cost of silver, the composition changed to a copper-nickel clad. The 1973 half dollar features the same design elements as its predecessors, with Kennedy's profile on the obverse and the presidential seal on the reverse. Despite the change in composition, these coins remain highly sought after by collectors. Now let's talk value. The 1973 half dollar, in circulated condition, typically holds a modest value, generally ranging from a few dollars to around $10, depending on factors such as condition and scarcity. However, for those lucky enough to possess a 1973 half dollar in mint condition, or with certain rare attributes, the value can be significantly higher. Variations such as double dies or errors in minting can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1973 half dollar is a piece of history worth adding to your collection.
Despite being a relatively common coin, the 1969 one dime holds significant value for collectors, especially those seeking to complete their sets or looking for coins in pristine condition. While its face value remains at 10 cents, the market value can vary based on factors like rarity, condition, and demand. Condition is key when determining the value of any coin. A well-preserved 1969 one dime with minimal wear and sharp details can fetch a higher price compared to one that's heavily circulated or damaged. Now let's delve into the history behind the 1969 one dime coin. Minted by the United States Mint, this coin is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who passed away in 1945. Roosevelt's image graces the obverse side of the coin, while the reverse features a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The 1969 one dime coin was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, distinguished by their mint marks. The Philadelphia Mint bears no mint mark, while the Denver Mint displays a small D below the date. As for mintages, both mints produced millions of these dimes in 1969, ensuring their availability to the public for everyday transactions. However, despite their ample production, finding a 1969 one dime coin in pristine condition can be a rewarding challenge for collectors, adding excitement to the hunt. 1969 5 cents Jefferson nickel. The 1969 Jefferson nickel is part of the long lineage of the United States nickel series, featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse and the classic depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. But what makes the 1969 Jefferson nickel particularly interesting? Well, its production year saw some unique characteristics and historical significance that collectors find intriguing. One notable aspect is its mintage numbers. In 1969, the United States Mint produced millions of these coins for circulation, making them relatively common to find in pocket change or coin collections. However, within this large production run, there are certain varieties and errors that collectors eagerly seek out. Variations such as double dies, repunched mint marks, or even mint errors can significantly increase the value of these coins. Now let's talk about value. While most circulated 1969 Jefferson nickels are valued at face or slightly above face value, those in mint condition or with unique errors can fetch a premium on the collector's market. For instance, a 1969 S Jefferson nickel in pristine can command a higher price due to its lower mintage and overall scarcity. Additionally, any coin with noticeable errors or varieties can see its value soar, especially if it's authenticated and graded by a reputable coin grading service. But beyond its monetary value, the 1969 Jefferson nickel holds a piece of American history. It represents an era of change and innovation, both in coinage design and in the broader context of society. From the moon landing to cultural movements, 1969 was a pivotal year, and the coins minted during this time serve as tangible reminders of that era. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1969 Jefferson nickel is a coin worth exploring. Its blend of historical significance, unique varieties, and potential value make it a captivating addition to any collection. That wraps up our dive into the 1969 Jefferson nickel. Ohio State Quarter was introduced as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which commemorated each of the 50 states with unique designs on their quarter dollars. Ohio, known as the Buckeye State, was honored with its own design in 2002. As you can see, the Ohio quarter features an astronaut and an outline of the state with the inscription "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers." This design pays homage to Ohio's significant contributions to space exploration and aviation history. Now let's talk about the value of this quarter. While most circulated Ohio State quarters can be found in pocket change, there are certain factors that can affect their worth to collectors. These factors include the coin's condition, rarity, and any errors or varieties. If you happen to have an Ohio State quarter in pristine condition graded by a professional grading service, its value could be significantly higher than its face value. However, even circulated coins can hold value for collectors, especially if they exhibit desirable traits. Speaking of value, it's always a good idea to stay updated with the current market trends and prices. Resources like coin collecting guides, online forums, and auction sites can provide valuable insights into the worth of your Ohio State quarter. Beyond its monetary value, the Ohio State quarter also serves as a tangible piece of history, reminding us of the remarkable achievements and contributions of the state's pioneers and innovators. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who stumbled upon this quarter in your change, take a moment to appreciate the story behind this tiny piece of metal. Who knows, it might just spark a lifelong passion for coin collecting.
The obverse of the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter shows the standard Washington quarter design with a few alterations. The Washington quarter, that ran from 1932 to 1998, had the date on the obverse, as well as the word Liberty. This design was changed slightly with the introduction of the state quarters, and later the territory quarters and national park quarters. The new design still shows Washington looking left, however the obverse text now reads United States of America Liberty in God We Trust quarter dollar. The reverse of this coin depicts a horse being held within a fence. In the background of the image, there is a tall building that appears to be a mansion. Above the horse's head is a quote. This quarter is actually showing Federal Hill. Federal Hill was the location where Stephen Foster wrote the song My Old Kentucky Home, the song that would become the state anthem. In the foreground is a thoroughbred horse used for racing. Kentucky is known for its horse land and for being the famous site of the annual Kentucky Derby. Like other coins before it, the coin was appointed a design committee. The governor's wife was put in charge of the Kentucky Quarter Project Committee. There were close to 1,800 designs received for the quarter. Out of the many designs, the committee narrowed down the finalists to 12 designs. Although there were 12 different designs, many of the designs were very similar in look and in subject. The designs included Daniel Boone, a thoroughbred mounted by a jockey, My Old Kentucky Home lyrics, Abraham Lincoln, and the final selected design of the horse behind a fence. The votes came in and the selection was narrowed down to 2 coins. However, the commission discarded the Lincoln design, saying that it was not appropriate or well done. When the committee members took their drawings to the mint officials, the officials would not look at the drawings. They would rather the commission describe what they wanted their coin to look like. This irked some of the committee members, and there was never an actual artist attributed to the coin since it was the work of a mint official. This was the 15th coin released in the statehood quarters program. The reverse text of the coin reads Kentucky 1792, My Old Kentucky Home 2001 e pluribus unum. All of the statehood quarters were clad, meaning that they were 75 to 80% copper, and the rest was composed of nickel. The core of the coins were solid copper. These coins, however, were produced in silver for special silver proof sets. The coins minted in included New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. Errors on the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter. There are currently no known errors of this coin. If you ever run across anything that looks unusual with the Kentucky State Quarter, please contact one of our experts to have the error verified or send the coin to a professional grading company for their opinion. However, the average circulation state quarter is only worth the face value of $0.25. These coins can be spent, saved, or taken to the bank. Varieties on the 2001 Kentucky State Quarter. This coin, designed by John Flanagan and James Farrell, was produced in a silver variety as part of proof sets. There were a total of 889,694 silver coins produced for this series. They are composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. The average price of the single silver coin ranges from $5 to $10 depending on the grade. The easy indicator to determine if your coin is silver is by the mint mark. The silver quarters will have an S mint mark rather than a P or D. In addition to the silver quarters, late night TV began selling gold-plated state quarters in an attempt to con viewers into thinking that the coin would be worth a lot more. Unfortunately, the amount of gold that it takes to plate a quarter is very insignificant, and these gold-plated quarters have no value in the collector community.